Talking to Al McInnes regarding the Canadian power play, he said when you're on the power play and you go back to your own zone to set up behind the net, you see Gretzky coming back, just let him take it. If he wants it, give it to him, and we'll go from there. In this particular game, the Czechs are not very good defensively. Look at Gretzky. They're leaving Gretzky behind the goal net all by himself. Now look at McInnes. Talk about room. One of the great shots ever in hockey by a defenseman, and you give him that much room, that gives him the opportunity to step right into the shot, which means a lot more velocity and a problem for the goaltender.
And the Czechs with Kovaca shoot it to the Team Canada end of the ice. Just one shot on goal. Team Canada out shooting them 10-1 so far. Past the midway mark in the period. Messier chasing a loose puck left side. Messier overskates it. He gets turned around into the goalie, and the net's off the mooring.
A lot of rumors flying around regarding Mark Messier and perhaps going to the New York Rangers. I talked to General Manager Neil Smith of the Rangers today. He said we're more worried right now of straightening out the Adam Graves arbitration problem, or settling that between the Edmonton Oilers and New York Rangers. And as far as Mark Messier goes, basically he just wanted to keep it to himself. If there's a deal brewing, there's a deal brewing.
Mark full force into Hasek, nobody injured there. Well, a Messier transaction to be very complicated. Might take time to work out. Robitaille waits for the pass, couldn't get it from Messier. Now Fleury will try. He scores! It's 4-0 for Team Canada.
As though Canada has already broken the spirit of this Czechoslovakian club. Through the legs, nobody knocked down. The Canadians controlling face-offs, they're controlling the boards and the scoreboard right now. This club is flying.
It's not supposed to be this easy, but it's a romp for the team in white tonight. Almost 11 minutes gone. This Czech team hardly knows what has hit it. Palfi plays it into the Team Canada zone. 11-1 in shots, 4-0 the score. Number 16, Ruchinski with it. Weak shot goes wide from the stick of Baranek. Sutter for Tocchet, too far for him. And Frank Musil has it at center ice for Czechoslovakia. Right wing pass. And they whistle that down. Palfi on the offside. The Advanced Blue Player of the game for Team Czechoslovakia will be awarded a very unique Inuit sculpture courtesy of Canadian Tire. Canadian Tire supports skills development, participation, fair play, and fun in communities right across Canada. The spirit of hockey. Team Canadian Tire.
Ivan Halenka, the coach, has a lot of respect from his players, but you can see him facing not very happy. It seems like when Team Canada gets off to a quick start, it seems to drop the spirits of the other team so much that the Canadians, if they keep that tempo up, they just roll. And we're seeing it here again.
They hit them fast, they hit them hard, and tonight they've especially hit the Czechs very hard with a 4-0 lead.
Well, the 4-0 lead, Don, plus the fact that they just have been so physical, they've just tried to go out and run over this hockey club, and it's worked.
Some boos for number 88. Lindros doing his best to ignore them and just play his game for Team Canada. Hasek fails to hold it around and behind the net. Graham forechecking, can't keep it in. Czechoslovakia now 2-on-2 at the blue line. It's dropped back to Kron. Kron working in. Kron off balance shooting. Ranford rebound. Still loose. Lindros throwing out to the far side. It's the second shot on goal by Czechoslovakia. 12 minutes gone in period 1. 4-0 Team Canada leads. Long lead pass for Lindros. It's good. He bumps down the boards with Schlager. Play goes on. Big Lindros centering it just behind Graham. Here's Coffey toward the net now. He's wide. McInnes will hold it and blast it down the boards from the right side. Round and around the Czech zone they go. Now Czechoslovakia's Jagger works it past Coffey, and Kortnell recovers for Canada. Lindros lets it go down the ice inside the blue line.
Lindros playing without the facial support or mask for the first time in this Canada Cup series. And he got clipped earlier in this period. In junior, you had to wear the mask.
From behind, a centering pass. Gudas shooting, and that's deflected wide at the last moment. Gudas from the right point. Runs into Smith. Czechs keep it alive in the Team Canada zone. Smith around to Desjardins. Right boards. Back to center ice to Larmer. Dumped to the left corner. Harachuk near boards. Gretzky can't get it in behind. Puck couldn't reach him. Yaroslav Jagr. Team Canada easily winning that. Larmer. He'll shoot it to the right corner. Gretzky in front. Couldn't get it to Harachuk. Forechecking by Larmer keeps it alive. Now Gretzky circling for Larmer, watched by Musil. Down goes Larmer. The puck is underneath him, and they'll freeze it there in the Czechoslovakian corner. 6:16 to go. 4-0 first period for Canada. This is the Labatt Canada Cup on CTV. Ranford has almost had the night off. Hasek with 7 saves, 11 shots, 4 have eluded him. Team Canada leading by the 4-0 score. 6:16 to go in the opening period. A lightning fast start once again by the Canadians. Stevens now getting it across to Shanahan, keeping it alive, getting it back. His shot is blocked by Czechoslovakia's Bachin. Shot weakly into the corner. Ranford redirects it in there. Stevens sandwiched back of the boards. Now Messier with Robitaille. Redirects it across. Shanahan shooting wide. Jelinek, one of the stars of this Czech team, along with Jagr, not a force tonight. Not much offense. They've been met at the blue line like this or at center ice. They fail to penetrate Canada's zone very often. Robitaille's got Stevens with him, but shoots instead. A weak shot. Hasek stops that.
That was a rush with Scott Stevens coming in from behind. Don, these Czechs are not looking at all at the Canadian defensemen when they join the offensive rush.
They have only one win of the tournament so far. They were beaten by Finland with just seconds to go. They lost to the United States in Detroit. Their only win came over the Soviet Union. It's been a strange tournament in that respect. But Czechoslovakia and Sweden may be looking to be on the outside when the playoffs come along next week. A little less than 5 minutes to go. Sutter. As they go down on a pile in the corner there. Graham also down, and they stop the play.
Our next telecast on CTV is Monday. Canada against the Soviet Union from Quebec City. That's what the game is being billed as, but it is also Eric Lindros's first game in the Colisée. 8 o'clock Eastern. Check for local listings in your area.
Sounds like, Rod, it'll be his only game in the Colisée.
Scott Stevens and his problems regarding the New Jersey dealings. You know, there was a clause in his contract, Don, that says if he was traded from St. Louis, he would get $500,000. And it was reported. But what wasn't reported is the fact that he gets it for every year in his contract. And there's 2 years and an option.
Oh, McInnes just missed the first period hat trick there on the short side. Just missed the post.
So with 2 years and an option left in his contract, that's $1.5 million that has become part of the deal. Now, some may say, well, he wasn't traded. He was sent over in an arbitration hearing. It may be up to a judge to figure that one out. That's a lot of money. $1.5 million, $500,000 a year. Oh.
It may come to a legal process. Copy. 4.5 minutes to go. McInnes with a great period. Again, shoots it back in behind the Czechoslovakian zone in the corner. Spinning is Slager. Jagr having trouble. Great forechecking by Team Canada. Sound hockey at every aspect of the game here in the Montreal Forum tonight. Rachinski brings it in. Canada quickly recovers and takes it right back out. McInnes carrying. Fleury with it. Now Graham shooting over top. Rebound. Cleared by Musil.
That was another late man coming up the ice. It was the forward Graham, and he's not picked up. The Czechs are just not, they're awful with their checking.
A stick check by McInnes wins the puck for Team Canada. And Copy has it at center ice. He overskates it. Czechoslovakian player Palfi falling. Then Lindros skates around him. Eric Lindros, the booze around the forum. as he passes to Courtnall. It's on the goal crease, and they couldn't poke in the rebound. 3:40 to go, and a stoppage of play here.
Penalty coming up to Rick Tocchet for interference. He crashed into the goaltender Hasek.
This is the Labatt Canada Cup from the Montreal
In Chicago Stadium tonight.
Oh, you know how raucous that building can be. It is rocking tonight, I'm sure, with that first American goal, as the Montreal Forum has, with 4 quick goals for Team Canada. And a lead now over Czechoslovakia. But Tocchet's in the penalty box for interference. The Czechs have a power play opportunity. Number 28, Kolnick sweeping at the puck. Smith for Canada. Feeding it ahead for Russ Courtnall. Montreal Canadian flipping it out to Lindros. The chase is on.
The Czechs are 0 for 17. 0 for 17 in the tournament on their power play. They just don't have a real offensive leader to make it click very often.
Good check by Eric Lindros, and shot down the ice. Gretzky can't catch up with it in time. Now he's got a chance, sweeps it toward the net, but Hasek halfway to the blue line contains it. Less than 3 minutes to go in the first period. 4-0 for Team Canada. Robert Reichel for Czechoslovakia hits the red line. Yager accepts the pass at the blue. Tries to sweep it in front. Smith turns him. Larmer goes in to dig it out. Picked up by number 26, Reichel. The Czechs with their first pressure of the night on Team Canada. Here's a shot. Radford blocks that on the rebound. They score. Czechoslovakia getting its first goal of the night on a power play.
Number 5, Procker, bumped Gretzky at the blue line away from the puck, and he was knocked down, lost his stick. The Czechs then controlled the puck and ended up scoring, and Gretzky was one unhappy hockey player. See Gretzky stick up by the blue line. Now, with Ranford making a save, he wasn't sure where the rebound went, where the puck went, and there was an open man off to the side. Procker is number 5. There's a good shot by the Czechs. The puck is put in on the rebound, and the power play does work for the Czechoslovakians. Their first power play goal of the tournament.
A 4-1 hockey game.
Et le numéro 18 and number 18, Jurgis Baca.
2.5 minutes to play in the opening period.
At 17 minutes, 26 seconds.
Jelinek over to the far corner. Babanka as Ranford goes down to make the save.
Don, the Canadian club was killing a penalty, and Gretzky's always a thinker. He knows where to go. And here you see him getting ready to read a play as the puck could be coming in any direction. But watch this man here stick his leg out and knock Gretzky down, and in turn open up the ice surface. Oh, the leg's out, down goes Gretzky, loses the stick, and effectively takes him right out of the play. That opens up the ice surface. Now if we hold it now. See all the room they had there without Gretzky, and that led to the goal.
The goal by number 12, Kendall Kastic. 4-1 for Team Canada. Shot from the point. Radford handles that. Pretty good blast from Slager. Now Gretzky. This is the check in the corner. Comes out to Placar. Placar shooting, and acrobatics by Radford. Delayed penalty now will be called by the referee, Dennis LaRue of the United States. An interference call.
Radford's a little shaken after taking that shot. Penalty upcoming. And I think Wing, well, no, it's not Wayne Gretzky. I'm not real sure who it is. Number 25, Jelinek, who is a very feisty, tough player. Interference called against the Czechoslovakians.
With 2:03 remaining in the period.
Oh, I see. He put his stick out, tugged away at Ranford. That's why Ranford was off balance. Ranford appeared to be a little shaken.
He skated around the net a couple of times to shake it off.
That's a dirty play. It's tough enough to stop pucks, but when you have guys pulling your legs out with their sticks, that's a dirty play. Eddie Balfour, the backup goaltender, worked very hard today with Sean Burke after practice, keep himself fit and ready in case Billy Ranford has to be removed.
Uso plays it into the Team Canada zone. Promptly brought back to center ice. Pass to Robitaille. Tries to dump it off the boards for Fleury, but it's squared by Czechoslovakia with 1 minute and 45 seconds to go now. And about that much left in the Czechoslovakian penalty for interference to Jelinek. 4-1 for Canada. McInnes, who has scored 2, makes the pass to Messier. Circling and controlling the pace of the play right now is Messier to McInnes. He gets it back. They'll play catch for a while. Now McInnes relays to Copy on the left point. McInnes shooting it. Here's a rebound. Fleury bangs at it. Still loose for Messier. He couldn't get any wood down, and back comes Czechoslovakia. Number 19 is Baranek with Wyszynski. Ridden out by McInnes successfully. As we come up now in the final minute of play in the first period of this game in the Montreal Forum tonight. Here is Copy breaking in. Robitaille circling in front, going to the net. Gets through him, and he couldn't get a shot off. The Czechs now just trying to kill this penalty as best they can. They've been scored on 3 times on power plays in this tournament. They have not scored themselves until tonight with the manpower advantage.
Sutter and Tocchet getting some power play time here. I think that they've been in a checking role more than anything else in this tournament so far, so I think it's a nice little bonus for them to get out there and work on the power play.
This is Smith setting Sutter away at the blue line with 21 seconds to go. Dropping it back to Tocchet. Desjardins lets a shot go just wide. 11 seconds remaining in the penalty. And it's out to center ice. Desjardins. And that will do it for the first period of the 4th appearance for Team Canada in the Labatt Canada Cup. They outshot the Czechoslovakian team 16-9. They outscored them 4-1. Another fast start for Canada.
Strong period for every player. Billy Ranford, not a lot of work, but the club showed up early. The level of play, the intensity was up all period. Now they have to try and work it for 2 more periods.
But they've got a big cushion to work with here as they shock and rock the team from Czechoslovakia. 4-1 Canada. This is the Labatt Canada Cup on CTV.
CTV Sports, proud to present the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup.